Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. First match of the day. Tolkien, Volgan, Pocus, Sizemunch, Momo, Nidrasil, Kinu, and Tukai. Okay. If I ban Pocus slash Kinu, they'll only have one mental. I mean, Kinu Yowlar could still work. Nagai's opener could be really strong here if I ban Volgan. Because then they have two neutrals, two mentals, one melee. Basically, Nidrasil is the one thing that threatens us. I think going for the Nagai's opener is good. If they ban Nagai's, which is very possible, then Scaravolt can be quite strong here. Got to watch out for Sizemunch with Wreck. Got to watch out for Sizemunch with Wreck. We'll see what they ban. I mean, Shuine to protect from poison, like Shuine Nagai's could be an option. Kinu Nagai's is super good. It just means we're really weak to Nidrasil. Shuine also covers their mental types really well. I think I'm going to go Shuine and then into Nagai's. Pocus might be for slowdown strats with Kinu. I'm not sure. Tataru. The Pocus is odd on this team. This team in general seems a little bit odd. Yeah, I love seeing Pocus. I don't know if it's going to be like a very strong strategy on this particular team. I mean, maybe. You do love to see it, though. So, exactly as planned. I think this is one of the ones where we just attack Tataru right away. I don't think you want a Madness buff when you're getting hit ×2 on the first turn, even though Reactive Vial does do some work. Reactive Vial also allows Tataru to hit at full damage in theory, so you got to watch out for that. And Tataru is slow. Like Stoneball on turn 2 could hit at full damage. Make Pocus relevant again. It's going to take some doing. Alright, they ban Tolkien. I'm inclined to ban the Kinu, just to make Yowlar safer. Then I get Kinu Yowlar Scaravolt. Or ban Tukai and then Mashuk gets really good. That actually might be better. Nah, banning Kinu is better for Mashuk anyway. Who I may or may not want. So I get Kinu Yowlar after the Shuine Nagai's opener. Basically, like, Nagai's is the opener to just push damage on Tataru. Or whoever swaps in. And then Yowlar can be my carry slash bruiser slash finisher. Mashuk not looking good here. It was super duper weak to at least 2 Tems. Although Wastewater could hit Tukai. I think Scarabolt's just going to be way better. Fire damage against Nidrasil. Good against everything except Sizemunch. And Sizemunch doesn't get picked. So Scaravolt's also strong. Kinu can choose to support either of Scaravolt or Yowlar. And then the other one just ends up being still good but less tanky. This team plays well. Alright, Shuine camoed up. Nagai is protected by Guardian. Beta Burst Tataru right away. Anything they swap in still takes some decent damage. If Tataru stays in, it gets hit really hard. I probably just want to keep in Shuine to keep Guardian going. So Fluid Barrier Nagai is pretty much the only play. Then we're immune for poison, even if Shuine swaps out the next turn. Assuming they, I don't know, jab Ink or something. The biggest threat is the turn 2 Stoneball. Turn 2 Stoneball. I guess turn 2 could be a pivot to Kinu Yowlar. Oh man, Nagai's is oops. 1 slower than Shuine. So I'd bring in Yowlar for Nagai's because Decidara. Yowlar for Nagai's, Kinu for Shuine. I don't know. Let's go this way. Got to immediately throw the Beta Burst. All right, Tataru using Noxious Bomb. So even, yeah, because it's slower, therefore faster than Nidrasil. And then Toxic Ink. So there's no poison, at least, thanks to Guardian. But yeah, Nagai's takes big damage. Beta Burst hits Tataru down to 37. Fluid Barrier, not very useful. But Tataru down to 37 at least is good. And this turn I have Psy Surge. They have Stone Ball, though, which will kill Nagai's while nullified. Too bad I couldn't have done immunity before nullification, before the vial went off. Would have blocked Nullify. Would have actually been good for us against Tataru. But yeah, Tataru could Stone Ball. I can go with the plan of going to Kinu Yowlar. But if Tataru just stays in and keeps swinging, Kinu doesn't have Beta Burst. Yowlar needs to show off. It's pretty rough. I don't know if Shuine's Crystal Bite is enough. Like, it might be. It might not be. Scaravolt can't swap in. Kind of a tough spot. Could bring in Yowlar, click Sacrifice. It's going to Sacrifice last, so Yowlar gets hit by both attacks. Shuine dies. Kinu comes in next. +3/+3 Yowlar. Just show off and go from there. Ugh. The problem is that Stone Ball threatening Scaravolt is the whole problem. I don't see much option except to bring in Kinu and Yowlar. Everything else just seems so bad. So I don't see too many options except the Kinu and the Yowlar. Very complicated turn. Very complicated. So they swapped to Pocus. We get Kinu Yowlar with the Yowlar buff. Toxic Ink Kinu. Okay. So we could just sacrifice to Yowlar, buff it up. Eat the attacks from Pocus. Eat the poison. Show off as well. We can bring in Nagai's next turn with Decidara, reverse the speed. We have strong, clinch and suplex. I think that's probably the play. Alright, Kinu uses Sacrifice. Pocus with the big Gamma Burst. Yowlar takes 103 damage. Nice. Yowlar shows off. Narcoleptic hit. So 2 times 2 hits and Yowlar still has above 50% health. Gotta love that +3/+3 Yowlar. So I can actually go to Shuine here at this point. Threaten Pocus. Protect Yowlar. Apply some pressure. I think we should be able to win it with Yowlar. I mean, we'll see. Gamma Burst always underwhelms you damage-wise. Yeah, I mean, at least it only costs 39 stamina now. So that part's good. Feels like it doesn't do as much as it says it does. What is the base damage? Like 150, 120? Like, I forget what it even is. I haven't looked at Gamma Burst in a long time, honestly. Oh. Crystal Bite. Immediately, I think we want to hibernate. I think we immediately want to hibernate. $150. Gamma Burst doesn't force you to overexert now. Yeah, yeah. It's great that they made it cheaper. Even in layers, doesn't feel like it hits hard. I mean, 150 base damage is a lot. Imagine if a mental type got Comebacker and Gamma Burst. I'm not a huge fan of the Comebacker trait to begin with. I don't know about that one. I mean, Gamma Burst is cool. 150 base damage is a lot. They're attacking a +3 special defense Yowler here, to be fair, you know? So it kind of makes sense. Okay, they swapped to Momo, Crystal Bite. They had kind of a lucky, like, turn 1 or turn 2, rather. Their turn 2 was lucky. But then since then, they've, like, continued to play kind of weirdly. So it's like they got one weird turn that was good. But then the last 2 turns have been a little more just like, eh. I mean, doubling Yowler made sense, but now Yowler's... Oh, Yowler doesn't even get frozen because Shuine blocks the freeze? Holy shit. Absolutely free Hibernate? Holy fuck. I didn't even realize that was going to be the case. I have to write that down. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that was going to be the case. Shuine blocks freeze. Free Hibernate. Holy shit. I didn't even realize that was a thing. Shuine is so good now. I'm super glad I got one as well. Okay. We're just going to Court Shield Yowler. We have +1 attack. I mean, I should probably go after Momo first, because Momo can debuff Yowler. Like, Nidrasil's the healer, but Momo's the debuffer. So I think we're going to go Suplex. I mean, the Rage combo is sick. What did they ban? They banned Tolkien and... I forget the first ban, but neither ban was a big deal for me. I don't think they banned very well. Alright, Suplex takes Momo down to 1%. Unfortunately, it's not a kill. Shuine gets poisoned with 3 there, since Camo is worn off. A shame that Momo lives. I can aim Crystal Bite over there so Yowler can just go after Nidrasil, but it is annoying. It's fine, though. We're still doing work. By the time Shuine is dead, Scaravolt's going to be super strong. Tataru's the big problem for Scaravolt is Tataru. But meanwhile, Yowler is just cleaning up. And then Nagai's comes in and reverses speed. Yeah. We just go after Momo here. I mean, Momo might just go first and kill Shuine is definitely a possibility. Shuine might not make it. I could just clinch Momo to be safe. I have to make sure Momo doesn't get to keep surviving. I mean, at least Nidrasil's out of stamina. Okay, Shuine dies, but Momo overexerts to death. Tolkien is pretty much always a decent ban. Yeah, Tolkien is just so strong. Okay, Momo overexerts. Yowler ends up hitting Nidrasil anyway. They do Spores Yowler. We are now poisoned. It is happening. So, I mean, they did kill Shuine pretty effectively. Momo surviving at 1% was a real unfortunate thing. If Momo had died there, Shuine would have been in a much better spot next turn. I guess now, guys. At least we have Psy Surge up. That blocks the Tataru, I feel like. Or I can go Scaravolt. But if they go Tataru, then I have to swap, and I'm so fucked. Although Scaravolt can actually probably kill Tataru. Stone Ball is 1 prio, so Scaravolt, Yowler can probably both hit first there. I can just go Scaravolt in that case. I think I should save Nagai's. Yeah, no, we can just take out, we could take out Tataru. They don't have time to set up Stoneball. No way. I think it's pretty clear what the play is here. Thunderstrike and maybe just Hibernate. I mean, they're likely to go after Yowler here. I could clinch to ensure Pocus's death in case it survives the first hit. It's also a pretty good play, and then Hibernate next turn. Hibernate now, we don't overexert very much. If they Gamma Burst Yowler and they apply Exhaust, they'll actually push off Poison. I'm going to Hibernate. The defensive buffs are so good there. Let's take advantage of them by getting our health back. They'll probably attack Yowler before that. Who knows for sure, you know? Who knows for sure, but they'll probably attack Yowler before that. Probably. So Spores, Scaravolt, which makes complete sense. Getting huge poison value. Thunderstrike Pocus is huge, though. One-shot kill. Okay, yeah, clinch not necessary. So that's the thing. Pocus done. Yeah, Pocus value there wasn't huge. Yowler didn't end up needing to Hibernate too badly. We didn't even get attacked, you know, but still good to do. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, clinching would have been good. Showing off would have been good as well. I don't know. I thought they might actually get to attack Yowler. I didn't realize Pocus was going to underspeed Scaravolt. I think they tried to click... I think they clicked Psychosis. I think that was one prio. Yeah, Tataru is ready for the Stone Ball. We will outspeed them with Thunderstrike again, though. I could just go for it. Or Nagai's blocks it. I'm inclined just to Thunderstrike back and see. I mean, Scaravolt shuts down Tukai, though. Like, completely shuts down Tukai. Handcuff Yowler could be fun. I don't think it sounds very good. Because you're going to do so much damage with Suplex that trapping the Tem seems sort of irrelevant. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's possible. I'm going to swap out and keep Scaravolt alive. It also gets Baton Pass value. Fun and good are different. I think something has to be viable to be fun. I don't think that sounds viable. Like, I mean, there's definitely a difference between, like, the sweatiest team and then just, like, a fun build, but... Oh, they only use Major Slash, no Stone Ball. Okay, well, Yowler's fine. The point here is to keep Scaravolt safe. We get another Baton Pass. It just doesn't sound like it would work out. I think Handcuffs needs to be on fast attacks with 0 hold. Hence, Plague and Energy Manip. I mean, there might be some idea to that could work, but I don't think it like makes a ton of sense. All right, let's go. We should be good here. Yowler can hibernate again. Yeah, I think Energy Manip mix is like the fun handcuffs, you know? That's like the one that's kind of weird. And then Torment Yowler, yeah. I mean, I like the idea, you know? Savage Suplex applies exhaust, so why not, you know? But I think the reason why is because it is 1 hold. What's up, Janeton? I think the reason is because it has 1 hold. And because it's a slow move, and it's on slower... Well, Yowler's slow. Scunch isn't slow, but... Like, 2 prio and 1 hold are both pretty big knocks against Suplex as a handcuff enabler. I mean, hey, you never know, though. I always like to say, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. No reason why it can't work. I mean, those are reasons why it might not work, but no reason why it's not possible to try. Okay, they brought in 2Kai against Scaravolt, which is very, very brave. Chippendale, is that what this is? Here, Suplex hits 2Kai. I put together this playlist of just random video game stuff. Oh, this is DuckTales. Yeah. The moon theme. Yeah, this is like a really popular... People always like this one. Close enough. Yeah, for sure. Basically the same thing. Alright, well, Scaravolt might not get to attack. I think we just kill 2Kai here, and I can kill Nidrasil next turn. I don't think hibernating is the play anymore. They can't freeze Yowler here. Tsunami does neutral damage. Scaravolt dies. Yeah. All right. No fire tornado. Spores Yowler. Yeah. It was a long time ago. You heard the 8-bit version. It's a beautiful song. Perhaps a little one-dimensional is the only thing. Like, that's the kind of song that's incredible when you hear it for a few seconds in the video game. I could just hibernate here because they're out of stamina. I think it's actually the better play. With Suplex, I'm cutting it too close, and I might not one-shot them. I think I do, but I'm actually going to do the annoying safe play of hibernate. I'm pretty sure that that's the way to lock this in. Suplex makes me a little nervous. Hibernate against one low stamina Tem seems right. What TV should you go for the full tank Calibus? Well, full tank, I guess max HP. And then it's just a matter of how much defense and special defense you want, right? I mean, you can give it some stamina, but... I don't know. I don't have an updated Calibus spread. I haven't used Calibus since the balance patch. So I'm not super sure. Yeah, Toxic Ink, Yowler down to 169. Yowler rests. They have Narcoleptic hit is the thing. But we have 125 and we're not poisoned. So they have to Spores this turn. They can't use Narcoleptic. They're going Toxic Ink. And Narcoleptic hit is 1 prio. They overexerted. They can't attack next turn. I'm going to win. There it is. Hibernate was good. Okay, Suplex one-shot it anyway. I would have won with or without the Hibernate, I guess. There we go. First match of the day is a win. Yeah. Nagai's ended up being more of just like a Tem that absorbed some damage at the start. Like Nagai's didn't get much value, but we got there. Imagine if that was Handcuffs instead of Matcha. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I wouldn't run Handcuffs Yowler. Because like Matcha was the reason we were able to win there. I mean, maybe not in the very end, but at least like throughout the match, it had various value. Yeah, thanks, Jane. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. TV's in the special defense. Since Calibus is a strong physical defender, naturally. Naturally a strong physical defender. All right, great start to the sesh. 1 win against, you know, sort of a weird team, but my opponent played pretty well when they piloted, you know. I'm about to queue up again, but let me just run and pee. I'm just going to pee really quickly. So just 1 minute. I'll be back very quick. Let me just go pee really, really fast. Be right back. 1 second. All right, cool. Yeah, base defense is good. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, electric is kind of mixed. Ragnet is a physical attacker. Electro Punch in general. Enki in general. What's up, Hookah Balax? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Competitive TemTems need to be perfect. Yeah, they need to be perfect. Yeah. But the ladder is auto-scaled, so it just depends. Have you finished the story yet? If you haven't finished the story yet, then you don't have to worry about that stuff. But eventually you will want to get perfect. Not something you have to worry about until you finish the story, though. What's up, OG Dirty Water? Welcome in. Welcome in. Just kind of depends where you're at. If you're like still playing the story, I wouldn't worry about it too much. But it will matter eventually. Yeah, what Legacy said. What Legacy said. Competitive is awesome. Really awesome. Just takes some time to get there. Dojo rematches as well. Yeah, what's up, Calamity? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everyone's having a good evening / morning, depending on your time zone. Probably evening for most folks still. Should be a good session of TemTem. I'm feeling very warmed up. It's Fluxception. Yeah, it's Fluxception all the time. Indeed, Zelda. I kind of want to do a playthrough of the very first Zelda sometime. Like the NES original Zelda. Alright, up against Miroil. Nagai's, Obi, Malflank, Osiara, Sizemunch, Kinu, Vola, and Tolkien. They banned excuse me, they banned Scaravolt. Nagai's, Osiara. No Volphy is good. Kinu Yowlar could be a thing if I ban Nagai's. They'll still have Kinu. They don't have any great Kinu targets. Banning Obi is all a pretty nice move because I have some slow attackers. And, I mean, I have a lot of water, though. My Nagai's is so strong. Could be a Madness buff opener. Ban Vola, it's actually a pretty good Madness buff opener. I guess worst case is if Obi's running Plasma Beam. I'm going to ban that Vola. The 8-bit version? Yeah, well, Zelda 2 is the side-scroller. Or the one that has that. Zelda 1 is the one before that. But yeah, I'm talking about the very first one. I mean, maybe I play the second one as well. Most games are side-scrolling on NES. I don't know if I'd say that. There's a lot of variety. Definitely, I think a lot of the games that still get played today are side-scrollers, but the original Zelda isn't. That wasn't until the second game they started implementing that. Even then, the Zelda 2 still has some top-down stuff as well. All right, we got him thinking pretty hard, which is good. We got him thinking. You love to see that. All right, they went Malflank. That's great. Just Kinu Nagai seems really good. I mean, Obi needs that turn 1 Plasma Beam, or else all they got is, like, what? What can they really use to threaten us? And then Kinu with the turn 1 Lightful Sap, turn 2 Stonewall itself, even, maybe. And then Kinu is set up as a super-duper support. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think Kinu's better than Shuine here because they don't have poison. You thought the first two were side-scrollers? Yeah, no. Only the second one. And even the second one is like a mix. The dungeons are side-scrollers in Zelda 2. It goes to show how early they were in development, that they didn't really understand how that was going to work. Or they were still trying to figure out the format of how the dungeons could be, like, cool. Because Zelda 1's dungeons are not the best. Zelda 1 shines more for the overworld, I think. The overworld design is incredible. I could ban their Kinu, and if they don't ban my Yowler, I'm killing it. And if they do ban Yowler, I still have Mashuk, who's actually really useful here. I mean, banning Tolkien's always nice. But if I get Yowler or even Shuine, I mean, I'm doing work. I think I'm going to ban the Kinu. Ban out their mentals. All right, Legacy, have a good night. See ya. 2 hours went by like that. No problem. At least for me. The first Zelda had side-scrolling. Only had one to reach the edge of the screen. I don't know what you mean by side-scrolling. So the word side-scroller refers to 2D platformers. I feel like we're having a semantic issue. Side-scroller means 2D platformer. Any other definition is like an unusual definition. But like the real definition is like, as far as I know it. So when we're talking side-scrolling, Zelda 1 does not have any of that. If you mean like, if you mean the screen scrolls instead of like fluidly moving around the map, well, you don't have to look it up. It's just, that's not the point. The point is, like, I thought you guys understood what I meant, which is like platformer style. That's what the difference is between Zelda 1 and 2. But I don't care anymore. How about, like, we can skip looking stuff up. I don't care. If you guys mean side scroller, like one page at a time, and then it, like you go to the edge, it goes to the next page. Sure, that's totally true. I thought we meant like 2D platformers. Let's go, Flux Stream. What's up, Za? You are interesting, Jane. You're interesting. I agree. You're an interesting dude. All right. Tolkien could be good here against everything except Nagai's. Mashuk is good against Size Munch. But it's pretty bad against most of the other stuff. I think Tolkien's going to be a lot better than Mashuk. Okay. Turn 1, double Madness buff. Like, both of us are going to Madness buff, probably. I mean, it's a free Madness buff. Otherwise, I could bring in Shuine to threaten Chris. I mean, well, besides that, Kinu can Lifeful Sap, or I could bring in Shuine to counter their Madness buff to Nagai's. I mean, they'd have to be really bold to bring in any other backing Tems. That's the thing. I have good Tems to swap in. They don't. Their Malflank kind of just has to stay in. I think I'm going to go to Shuine to threaten their Nagai's so they can't have a free Madness buff. Because if they swap anything in, then I kill them with Fury next turn, so they're stuck. But then Shuine threatens them as well, so they have nowhere to hide. Like Fury and then Crystal Bite next turn. I'm not sure what they do. So they're using Beta Burst, taking me down to 222. They kept in Malflank as well, yeah. Double Edge Nagai's instead of the Madness buff. I respect it. That's a cool idea, although I don't think it's going to be very effective here. I can just Beta Burst or Psy Surge their Malflank. And that fucker is dead. Unless they swap. If they swap, whatever swaps in gets yeeted by Fury next turn. Like, there's no way they can do anything here. Oh yeah, there's no Decidara. I shouldn't have used Psy Surge. Alright, Crystal, because like both our Decidaras cancel out. Crystal Bite activates Reactive Vial. That's interesting. That means Fury hits them at full damage next turn. But I will say, Decidara being like countered is a little bit annoying. Would have been nice to keep Kinu in and just have Lifeful Sap and have Revitalize. I could have revitalized my Nagai's. Speed Arrow, does the person with Speed Arrow go first or second? I'm not sure. Like, in Decidara, does Speed Arrow... I think Speed Arrow still goes first. I don't think it reverses the Speed Arrow, per se. I think when you're tied, whoever has the Speed Arrow still goes first. I think Speed Arrow exists beyond time and space, you know? Once you're tied, it just defers to the arrow. So I don't think Aura interacts with that. Either way, we're in double Aura, which means there's no Aura. See, I want to use Fury, but I can't because they can kill my my Nagai's first. Yeah, I mean, what I want to do is be able to bring in... Shit, this is actually a real problem. I mean, they're doing half damage. Wonder if I can sacrifice and then keep Nagai's alive, even at 40 health, just long enough to get Fury. I do have the Speed Arrow. We just have to survive the one Tolkien attack. It's going to be a Wind Burst at neutral damage. If I get the Fury here, then I win, though. If I swap out, it's a little rough. It's a really bad idea, though. I could just bring in Yowlar and sacrifice to it. Or, ugh, don't sacrifice. Bring in Yowlar, Court Shield. They can just beta burst, though. Ugh. They go wind burst here. I think this works. If I'm wrong, then I'm going to lose, but I think this works. Sacrifice goes first. Nope, Fiery Soul goes first. We still survived. Okay, Sacrifice was completely unnecessary, though. I thought I could Sacrifice before Tolkien. I thought they'd go Wind Burst. Sacrifice wasn't unnecessary because Wind Burst would have killed, but Sacrifice would have reduced it by at least 6 damage, I think, to keep us alive. Maybe. Anyway, I used Fury, and I kill both their Tems here. I think. At least I killed Tolkien. Their Nagai survives by 12, but that's fine. I had to Sacrifice to be safe, but whatever. Do they overexert? They use Fury, and they fail, but they overexert. Then they died. Oh, perfect. Dude, how's that? How's that for you? All right, Kinu Yowlar. Kinu Lifeful Sap. Yowlar Show Off. Quadruple Death. Tolkien in the back can be the finisher. I mean, Tolkien's good immediately if I want. I'm not... Otherwise, Kinu turn 2 Stonewall. I think Kinu turn 2 just revitalizes Yowlar, though. Obi can just push right through Kinu so fast. Ugh. Problem is, Obi has dodge. I have to actually aim Obi right away. Tolkien, Yowlar, clinch Fiery Soul, because Obi with the evade is going to be a problem. All right. So, nah. Kinu is going to stay in the back till the end. I don't like it. But the problem is, if I don't stop Obi quickly, they can evade the rest of the game. I mean, there might be multiple ways to do it, but I think I just immediately go after Obi with all the damage I can. I don't need to use Soul this turn because they're already burned. I don't need the priority. So I just double Obi. Oh, no, I need Soul to do neutral damage. Okay. In that case, that's how we do it. So Fiery Soul, Obi down to 69. They use Tesla Prison. Slowing down Tolkien. Okay. Heat up. Heading into the wreck next turn. Clinch Obi. They have Burrow, and they can be faster. I just have to kill Obi, and then Kinu stabilizes Yowlar. That's what has to happen here. Oh, nice. Plasma Beam. That means they aren't using Burrow. They aren't evading. Let's see how much damage Wreck does, though. +2 attack is rough. Thing is, Tolkien stays alive in this case to go after Size Munch next turn. Yowlar's still alive. It sucks, though, because if Kinu is the last one left, Suplex would have killed on its own. I could have Fiery Souled Size Munch, but I couldn't have been sure what they were going to do. It was possible they used Burrow. And then I would have had to clear Burrow with Savage. And then Soul again next time. So I can hibernate now since Size Munch is out of stamina. Or I can just clinch Windburst because stamina. I mean, I don't know who they go for the kill on. I think hibernate and then Kinu is going to be able to protect Yowlar. I think that is right. Fire Tornado is half damage, so we'll just do Windburst. Uppercut Yowlar. Oh, no, uppercut Tolkien. Okay, that's actually good, though. I think Yowlar wins it from here. Kinu is able to play support to Yowlar. The nightmare scenario is Kinu alone against Size Munch with no fucking beta burst to get the kill. That's the nightmare scenario. This should be an easy win. Imagine they conceded it. But it's not because I don't have beta burst. You can see people conceding because they think I have beta burst. Gotta make a note. Don't forget double Nagai's cancels out with Desidara. Equals DA canceled out. This is a spicy one. Both these first two matches have been really cool, whatever happens. Uppercut Kinu. They overexerted. I wonder if they'll just concede now. I mean, if they knew for sure Kinu didn't have beta burst. Thing is, Kinu can stonewall Yowlar while they're overexerted. They may as well concede because it's over. It was scary, though. Here, I'll show off. And I'll just stonewall Yowlar. And that's GG. Now we've equalized the heat up. They can heat up to +5, and it's not going to matter. So suplex, revitalize, Yowlar. They aren't conceding, but it's going to be over very soon. Size Munch does indeed heat up. Is this an overexert? Or is that exact stamina? Overexerting by like 3 or 4 points. They don't want to give it up, but they have to know it's over. Big suplex. And then clinch, and then suplex, and then GG. They might be like, what the fuck is Kinu doing? Why no beta burst? Well, not going to take much longer. It's the new meta. I don't know. I don't mind not having beta burst on Kinu. I think when piloted correctly, it's totally fine. I think if you get to the end with only Kinu left, it's a piloting mistake. Like, if you know that you can't let that happen, the utility of having Sap plus Stonewall, Revitalize, and Sacrifice all in the same Kinu, the utility of that is huge. It's just like such a useful support. And I feel like going full support is justified now that Protector is not as strong as it used to be. So you're going to stay on the battlefield. Like, before you just wanted Beta Burst because you basically were going to either swap out or use Beta Burst or Sacrifice like 90% of the time. Unless maybe you're throwing Hypnosis out there. I don't know. You used to not really need that like Lightful Sap, tanky Kinu, stay on the battlefield strategy. Because like you want to swap out anyway. At what point Benefactor would be stronger than Protector? Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think Benefactor is very good. I just think Protector is still very strong. Just getting that +1/+1 right away. And then Kinu doesn't... Like, having to stay on the battlefield for Benefactor to work seems like a really unfortunate thing. It just makes it really hard to get value there. It makes it really hard to get value there.